to different police stations from the time he was arrested. And the key question to the prosecution thus is, an accused person has rights safeguarded in this constitution. Why was the Honorable Babu Owino kept away from his legal team as enshrined in the Constitution? Why was the family not made aware of his whereabouts? And why was he not arraigned in court as per the Article 49F, which talks clearly of the procedures on how to deal with an accused person? Therefore, it is my humble submission that the prosecution have not proven to come with clean hands, like I said. It took them from the time they arrested the accused person to today at 5:20 to come up with this affidavit that is full of assumptions, innuendos, and presumptions. If you look at the affidavit,
Your Honor, this for guidance, I don't like interjection. You had directed and indicated that it should have been done by 6, so the prosecution ended up being curtailed. So we just need direction whether there's a leeway just to continue with the time.
She's waiting now.
As she said, equity still comes with equity.
equity must come with clean hands.
So even as we require equity on.
Yes. Everything that is being said is going on record, so you do not need to repeat
Yes.
what another council has already said.
Okay. Much obliged, Your Honor. So, in parting shot, my humble submission to this honorable court is that the accused persons are not at flight risk, and that the affidavit presented before this honorable court does not prove or necessitate reasons why they should be denied bail, and therefore I request this honorable court to protect, uphold, and safeguard the 2010 Constitution. Thank you, Your Honor. I would like to call my senior, Awele, to wind up.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you so much. I will not take too much of your time, Your Honor. I appreciate that you have spent so much of your time already for the day. Except that what is before you, Your Honor, is a very fundamental issue that goes to the heart of rights that are guaranteed and protected under the Constitution of Kenya and under the Bill of Rights, no less. That bill, Your Honor will appreciate, is not just an ordinary chapter in the Constitution. It essentially is the heart of this Constitution. You violate any of the provisions of that chapter, you essentially snuff out the life of this Constitution for all we know it to be. And I say that, Your Honor, with great respect, because as a practitioner, as an officer of this court, which I believe Your Honor has been before ascending to this very hallowed position in the judiciary, we have a duty, Your Honor, to enforce and uphold and defend this Constitution. And in the course of doing so, particularly with the division of labor within our courts of law, as you deal with these questions every other day, Your Honor, sometimes the detail of it and the weight and significance of some of the provisions of this Constitution may be lost. And most of the time, inadvertently. And I say that, Your Honor, because it is now becoming a norm that that have been created under this very Constitution and under the terms and conditions enshrined in this Constitution are now repeatedly and so brazenly violating cardinal rules. They are repeatedly, Your Honor, and so brazenly violating cardinal provisions of this Constitution that we as a people agreed will determine the relationship between those whom or to whom we delegate authority to exercise on our behalf and us or we the people, and between those agencies intersect. They are violating the common bond. And that is very critical and important, Your Honor. It is critical because, as I started my submission, this Constitution is the lifeline of the existence of this country as a nation state. You snuff life out of this Constitution and you invite chaos and anarchy in the manner in which we coexist. And so, the violation of this Constitution, particularly by those to whom we delegate authority, cannot And my lord, cannot, this must be taken very seriously, cannot be taken lightly. And that is why I said, as I started, Your Honor, and I said it with utmost humility, that in the course of our ordinary practice, particularly before these specialized divisions of the court, it is very easy to lose the detail, the weight, the significance, the nuances, the detail, the significance, the nuances. Of some of the provisions of this Constitution as we intended them to operate. So that, Your Honor, it has now become a very sickening trend that police officers, despite express mandatory provisions of this Constitution that proscribe the holding of detainees for more than 24 hours without compelling reasons, will very comfortably appear before you hours after they have violated a mandatory provisions of the Constitution and present an accused person before you, and then without batting an eyelid ask you for permission to hold them for even a longer period of time.